status of, I'm here to update you with my 2 weeks progress or experience with this abdominoplasty or tummy tuck procedure that I've had. I had my surgery 2 weeks ago, and I must say that I'm feeling a lot better. Like every day I feel better and better. And as you've noticed, I'm not filming from my recliner anymore because they actually came. I'm not filming from my recliner anymore because they actually came and took the recliner today. So I'm going to be transitioning into sleeping in the bed like a regular human, which I'm pretty excited about, even though I do still need to be careful. I'm gonna have to prop my legs a little bit or sleep on my side because I can't really recline like straight out, like flat. I still need a little bit of support there. And normally I'm a stomach sleeper, a tummy sleeper, and I definitely can't sleep like that right now, which is disappointing because that is what I would prefer. So since my procedure, I've seen my doctor 3 times. I saw her 2 days after the surgery and everything was going fine. I saw her 1 week from the surgery date, and on that day, it was like 1 week and 2 days, and I had drains with my procedure, so at that appointment I was able to get the drains removed, and the incision was looking good, and all of the healing and all of the recovery elements have been positive so far. And so I'm just day by day continuing to do what's best for recovery, so especially focusing on my nutrition and my water intake. And even though I've really started feeling a lot better the last few days, I've had to make sure that I don't just get busy moving around, sweeping this, mopping that, picking up that, because it's so easy when you feel good to start going back to your normal job as a mom in the house. I need to go back to all of the work that's waiting for me, and I'm trying to be mindful about not letting myself do too much, even though I feel good. Overall, my pain level is very low. Like most of the time it's a 1 or a 2 maybe. I stopped taking the prescription painkillers around day 7. I think the evening of day 7 was my last day taking them. I had kind of slowed down on day 5 and 6, and then 7 I took the last one. And since then I've been taking over-the-counter Motrin for pain, but these last 2 days, well, yesterday I didn't take any Motrin the whole day, even before I went to sleep, whereas the 2 days prior I wasn't taking it really during the day, but taking 2 of the 200 milligrams right before I went to sleep, just to kind of help with any like feelings of soreness or anything like that. What it does feel like currently is that it feels very tight and very like you're very conscious of that repair that's been done. I had the muscle repair as well, so you can feel the tightness of that, and also that like I'm standing straighter every day, but I know that especially when I stand up, I'm not standing up quickly and making my back go all the way straight, because you can feel like a tightness of where the incision is, and it's just there. Like you don't want to lean back anymore because you don't want to pull something, or you don't want to feel the pain. So it's not really a pain, it's just tightness. And then the interior, which I did have some liposuction with my abdominoplasty and to make a better contour, as they say. I've said many times before that it is what it is. My body deposits fat in that area on my stomach, and it's the very last place that it really wants to leave. So there was skin there and there was fat there. So I did have some liposuction to work with the abdominoplasty, the tummy tuck, to get the best result, because this is a big procedure. It's a big experience. It's a big recovery. And so my thought was, you know, if I'm gonna go through this and take this time off from running, I haven't run in 2 weeks, which is like, I love to run, so that's a big commitment to just give up running and going to the gym and really take this on, this whole experience. I might as well also get the kind of upgrade, I guess you can say, but just to make it look as best as possible, because then once that's done, once this procedure has been done, it's now still my responsibility to maintain it and to, further continue working on my physical self, that may overall, as a whole, to continue working on myself so that my overall appearance is what it should be in my mind, my best that I can be. All of that on appearance is one thing, but of course the main reason that I talk about, the main reason I live my life the way I do, and that I share my trials and successes, failures with other people, is that it's about health, and it's about how you feel and how you how you can take care of yourself and feel good. I really didn't feel great when I was running, and the skin, especially on the lower abdomen, was like, it was literally like mobile, like flap, 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 like that, like moving, and it was super uncomfortable. Especially like as soon as I get started on a run, the first 5 or 6 minutes is like all I could do was notice the skin moving and pulling, because it's a piece of weight that's like undulating while you're running, and it was annoying and it was frustrating. And then I'd kind of, I guess you just mentally get into what you're doing. Of course, the endorphins start kicking in and you get like used to it. You're like, acceptance, I'm running, the skin is there, it's flapping and it's trying to be pulled in by leggings. But anyways, that was a tangent about running, and I'll talk more about reasons why I decided to do this later, because I really want to just do this video as a update, 2 weeks update. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about a few things that I've been using, a few products that have been sort of essentials for this process, and here they are, in no particular order. I've been drinking so much water. I usually drink a good amount of water anyways, but I've been really focusing on making sure I'm having my water through the day, and keeping myself hydrated to help with swelling, and also your body's trying to put all of that skin and damage back together and repair and fix the tissues and adhere all of the skin back to the abdominal wall, and staying hydrated is definitely essential to that process. It's also essential to your digestion, because when you take the prescription painkillers, you're kind of in for a doozy on your digestive tract. And I did unfortunately experience some discomfort related issues due to the painkillers and digestion. I tried to mediate that with the prescription medicine that was given to try to help with digestion, and I didn't go right back to eating like a lot of breads or salty things, of course, but it still caught up with me. And so my other best friend has been fiber, Metamucil. I definitely have eaten vegetables and fruits and natural fiber to try to step it up, but this called for like a whole new level after taking those pain meds. And so having this orange flavored mix in your water fiber daily has helped. Like after day 8, everything has been back on track with digestion, thank God. Of course, I've been using, at this point my healing, I've been using bandages only because I have to, and just a tad of this Neosporin. Of course, I used this the first week on the incision. I didn't get the surgery with the steri strips, or where they put a strip on there like my surgery. The doctor closed the wound without anything on top of it. Besides, we put the antibiotic ointment and then bandages on top of that. But at this point, I'm putting this bandages on, just like, I bought these because they were rolled up and it made it easy to like cut and measure. So I have to wear this garment, which I'll show you that in a minute. And so I can just take this bandage and put it over the scar. And the incision is not quite a scar yet. The incision, tape it up, and it's a little bit of like a barrier or a protection, comfort protection between my skin and the garment that I'm wearing, the compression garment. So I've been using this gauze for that, and we use gauze for the bandages as well. Another product that I've used here and there as needed are feminine napkins. You know, we all know what these are, right? They're good for absorbing any fluids if there's fluids that need to be collected. Like my incision was a little, you know, oozy at first, of course, but then I had drains, so when they took the drains out, they continue to drain just a little bit more on their own. So I used those feminine napkins, or pads as they are called, so I use these pads. When I got the drains removed, I used the pads to absorb that fluid that was coming out for a few days. Not a lot, but it's just enough to like take care of it. This is an empty bottle, but it was filled with veggie and fruit juice. Starting on probably day 4. Yeah, I would say day 4. I started a 5-day juice plan to kind of get my calories in, get my nutrients in, but also not go back to eating like anything that was harsh on my stomach, and also taking the fiber, because when you drink veggie juice, it doesn't have fiber in it. And I really felt great on those days that I was drinking the juice all day. It had enough calories. It had, you know, it was low on protein, but I did still eat egg whites here, you know, each day a little bit of egg whites just to get some protein in. And I really did enjoy that experience. It was a delivery juice called Squeezed. It's from Squeezed Online, and they deliver. I'm in the Houston area, so they deliver in the Houston area, and I'm going to talk more about that in another video and blog post. If you're interested, you can definitely get some info from me. I was pleased with that. And the last thing I'm going to show you for today is, of course, some over-the-counter pain meds. This is just Motrin 200 milligram caplets, and I took 2 of them at a time as needed. The last couple of days, which would be 13, 14, I haven't really felt that I needed the pain medicine. So that's that about products. So I said that my pain level right now at 2 weeks is about a 1 or a 2 most of the time. It feels tight. It feels a sore, sort of like when you've done a intense core workout, and then a day or so later you can feel like that soreness in your muscles. You can feel that soreness in your muscles. Did I say muffles? That's funny. So you feel the soreness and you kind of don't want to cough. I'm like kind of okay with coughing just a little now, like if I have to, or laughing, not too hard. You don't want to sneeze. I really don't want to sneeze. I have been avoiding sneezing so much. Like, I am so scared to sneeze. Even on week 2, I'm afraid of the sneeze. But everything I've read or been told says that should you have to sneeze, if you bend over and hold like a pillow as you sneeze, it might help with the pain. So that's what it feels like. But it does feel like if something were to bump into me or like really push me hard, that would be very painful, which I guess is the same thing as being sore or tender. And even, you know, overall with the liposuction feelings haven't been too uncomfortable yet. But this whole experience is, of course, a long road of, you know, change and recovery as your body deals with what you just did to it. And what I feel like today might be different, for better or for worse, but I will definitely keep you updated with that info. Okay, that's all for my 2-week update. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check me out on anywhere you can find me, such as Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, in the comments, or my email address. All of that's at the end of the video. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer them.